Okay, where? Hey, Red Rock. Sorry, I'm having I'm having OBS issues. Glad that you could hang out. I wasn't sure if you were going to just Final Fantasy and not bother with my stream. Thank you for the auto host. Appreciate it. Okay. So, let's see. Okay. Well, suppose it's time for us to continue on with our saga, shall we? Alrighty. Sorry, weird day. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Aniki Streams, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, Part 6 for December 8th, 2016. I am your host, Aniki, and with me is my kitty butt, who I'm trying to ignore, because otherwise he's going to want attention. And while I love giving him attention, he's been very needy today. Oh, I love that kitty. Anyway, so yes, we are continuing on with a new chapter. Recipe for Turnabout. Going to be a very interesting one. We shall, we'll get into that, but let's see what happened in our last episode. Oh, yes, that's right. We finished the last trial. Turned out it was Luke at me after all, and thanks to Double Jeopardy, not the video game, or not the mode in the Jeopardy TV show, but, you know, in the actual Double Jeopardy, our client was able to get off scot-free for being a thief, basically. So, that's good. And, of course, now he gets to have hot, sexy sex with his sexy, hot wife, which is good for him, because he looks like he could use some. And so now we are continuing on with Recipe for a Turnabout. Let's begin. Yeah, oops, didn't save last time, but that's fine. Do it right now. Recipe for Turnabout. What? That is enough. The court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard is conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from that poisoned cup of coffee. No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. I saw... Okay. I saw someone else there. A man, he's the real killer. And some angel dust. Why won't anyone believe me? Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? This court finds the defendant guilty. The court is adjourned. Okay, we apparently lost to Winston Payne. This makes no sense. January 6th. 10:03 a.m. Wright & Co. law offices. The start of a new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I bet it does, Maya. So I've decided that our resolution should be, Zvari, take on the world. Don't. What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya, but I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Mistletoe? Isn't that poisonous? Never. You've got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game. Hey, pal. What? Detective Gumshoe. Happy New Year, Detective. Likewise. Now listen up, Wright. I wanna...
Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation.
Yeah, me too. Alright, pal. You've got some explaining to do. Lucy, you've got some explaining to do.
Have you got a holiday present for me, detective?
Oh, what? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but...
Yay, thanks!
Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat.
Hey, what about Pearlie? You haven't forgotten her present, have you?
No, I mean, yes, I mean, no. Are you doing this on purpose?
I guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the new year?
See? Kitty butt. Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it, a magazine?
Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced?
Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal, about you.
Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case.
Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember anything about it. Do you remember? Kitty butt. No. No. Oh, this kitty. I love him so much. When was that issue from, anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month.
Which makes it old news, you mean?
But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December.
So what do you think this is all about, Nick?
If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility.
No way! You don't mean...
A
phony Nick?
This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one, too. Magazine clipping added to the court record. So, what are you gonna do about it, pal? No, nothing. What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it?
Well, it's your fault the judge found the defendant guilty in this case.
My fault? How do you figure that?
Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of.
Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves?
But I didn't do anything wrong.
At least not that I can remember. You better make this right, pal. Now. And that means taking this case back to court. Got it?
Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto.
I don't know, the judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned.
I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year.
So you're taking the case, right? Good, I'm going to head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? Guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. How? You didn't do it. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of guy would do that? Well, let's talk with her.
So, what's our first move?
I guess we go down to the detention center and talk.
Wait a second, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right?
Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake me that did this.
I wonder if he looks exactly like you. Your phony Zin Eoff,
Phoenix. I mean, I hope not. Ugh. What kind of name for an evil double is Zenevov, anyway?
Ah, Nick, I've got it.
If you're gonna ask whether I've got a twin brother, the answer is no.
Spoil sport. Did you notice Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me?
What do you mean?
I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who just found out he is going to be a dad or something.
Yeah, I guess he was acting kind of strange.
Maybe he realized he's got strong feelings for you, Nick.
Ugh. Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya.
Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you...
And maybe it's because of our new guilty client? Oh, okay, guess we'll just go to the detention center. January 6th, detention center, visitor's room.
This is so nerve-wracking waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty. Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me. Ah! How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying.
Aren't you...
Yes, I am. I'm totally and utterly let down. Are you... Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bird?
Maggie Bird? Ah. Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop, too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I just get you acquitted?
Oh, sure, very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Oh, I see.
So that's where we stand for right now.
I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time.
But I don't mind. What's more, one more disaster in my life. At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. So how come you're dressed up like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress.
A waitress?
Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure come through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir.
And then you got into this mess straight away, right?
Yeah, you could put it that way. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month, and it happened at Tribulations.
Tribulations?
Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included. Oh. There were 2 men at a table, both drinking coffee. And then... one of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just 1 sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I'd never seen the guy before.
Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right?
Of course, a good waitress must be attentive to the clientele.
So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come?
You tell me, Mr. Wright.
I guess that's the answer to my question, is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy.
So, if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man, the one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time.
But how is that possible?
I don't know, but nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense. My Grammy could have done a better job.
Look, that wasn't me, okay?
And then I found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket.
What?
A small bottle of poison. What? Poison? It was in your pocket? Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious.
And no one else saw this other guy?
No, sir. That's what everyone said, but I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the two men.
Oh? And what was your impression of them?
Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry. In music? How come? Well, one of them had a sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a good look at the CD at all? It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for the debut, I guess.
So it was a band CD, maybe a promo disc?
Maybe it was MC Screwdriver.
Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that?
What was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw? No, MC... And what about the killer? What did he look like? Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man. Well built like the victim, really.
Okay. Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this.
Hey, this article's about my case.
Excuse me. Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me?
Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Hey, Maggie. Was my evil double I am here, too? No, I don't remember if only you, Maya. Oh, it would have been so cool. Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime, you said.
Okay, I get the picture, but you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me?
I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange.
Only a little?
Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. And your voice was a bit weird. Oh, and you had this kind of funny accent, and...
So the guy was nothing like me then.
But he had your spiky hair and blue suit.
Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me?
How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter? Everyone had these big question marks on their faces, but it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial?
Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. So we should be able to get a retrial.
Mr. Wright?
Hmm?
Do you think we'll win next time, sir? My life has been a full-course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. Ooh, boy. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Zenioff is really going to pay for this.
What are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out.
We'll find him, don't you worry. We'll get Zenioff for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Tribulations is then.
Right, the restaurant where the murder took place.
Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure, all right, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and its food.
Okay. Well, let's go to the Tray of Bien. Oh, this place is very pink. January 6th, Tray Bien. Gotta admit, I think the music's kind of catchy.
Wow, look at this place.
Look, more like smell. What is with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? And again, girls like that kind of thing, right?
Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to seat us. Maybe there's no one here?
Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant, and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here.
Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want.
I suppose we can. Well, if that's the case. What's that?
It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French.
Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya?
Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my alkalite clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then.
There's something stuffed in behind the rack.
Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this. Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages.
MC Bomber. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros.
$100,000, maybe?
I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper is from December 3rd. This paper from the day of the poisoning.
What?
Sports paper added to the court record. Paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I should see if I can find out some more about this paper. Okay. Well, let's look at the crime scene. This must be the table where the murder occurred.
I guess so, with all this police tape around it.
Hey, Bob Zombie, how's it going? And that stain must be from the poison coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya?
Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know.
And why can't I picture you doing just that? Okay, well, nothing really jumps out at me. Back to the detention center, I guess. She knows something about this? That MC Bomber got a summons today. What, like, Carbuncle or Shiva or something like that? Or, like, jury duty kind of summons? Or like, you are going to court because, you killed someone and now you need Phoenix Wright to become your defense lawyer. I don't know, whatever. Anyway.
Oh, a sports paper! Let's see. Did Goots and Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title?
Sorry, Maggie, that paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder. Night of the round. Woo!
And Goodson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh no!
I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations.
Really? That's strange. Tribulations doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. Then maybe one of the customers left it behind? Anyway, what I want you to take a look at is this little scribble here. Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber! That was the name of the written on the CD!
Just as I thought. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. There's Mask to Mask. Witness a car accident. Ah.
I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh? So that $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Crane, or the Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme.
Okay, Maya. So if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim.
You're right.
So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh?
I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick?
What kind of car accident? Like someone got hit or, well, obviously, but like two cars colliding, you know, or someone hit a person, or what kind of car accident? Tell me. Okay, well, oh, January 6th, Tribulations. Okay, now it's time to come up with the rather foppish, effeminate owner of Tribulations, Mr. Armstrong. Ooh la la, bonjour, welcome to Le Tribulations.
Oh, hello.
What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Oh God. Bienvenue! Welcome to my petit restaurant.
B Avenue?
Oh non, my petit tulip.
Huh? Me?
And yes, I don't speak French, so don't expect any kind of actual French accent. Bus versus car. Who won, bus or car? Look at this face! Like a kitten rejected by its own mother. You are fatigued, non? Alors, you need this. An aromatic bath an aromatic bath oil melange of la neroli and la rose. My personal recommendation.
You think I need what?
Oui, just add a couple of drops of this mixture to la bath water and voila. It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic.
Really?
And for la monsieur. Who, me? Look at that face. Like the puppy rejected by life itself. You are fatigued, non? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot. Maybe a hint of wee-wee. A hint of wee-wee? Car thought it could beat the bus and bus won. Oh, that's never good. I will add a pepperon and la clarisage for la fragrance exceptionnelle. So invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Alors, if you would be seated, I will bring you the special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers. Well, I'm a lawyer and she's my assistant. Mais bien sûr, I know this already, monsieur. You are La Phoenix Wright, non? Yes, you know me? Ma oui, I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court.
I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Zine Eoff.
Looks like everyone to do with this case knows who I am already.
I wonder what sort of impression Zine Eoff has been leaving on people, don't you?
Allow me to introduce myself to you again. Oh God. I am Sean Armstrong. Enchanté. Okay.
So what does très bien mean? I know très, that means 3, right?
No, très bien is François. In English, you would say, very good.
Oh, very good.
Oui, exactamente. L'atmosphère is très bien. La cuisine is très bien.
Food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people say do not appreciate the hot cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough ends. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for the moment, no one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi. Please don't eyeball me while you say that. I am the chef, I am the manager. I am also a trainer and a therapist. Roaming what? A practitioner of aromatherapy. The art of using the soul with the delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. So, could you tell me what you know about the incident? Yeah, it makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. So it was the 3rd of last month, and after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in ill for coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee? That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. Oh my God. Yeah, I've heard that Canadian French is not like, you know, like French. Because I think, like, Cajun French is not French. But I never knew how, like, bilingual most of Canada was. I mean, I've heard some parts, you know, that's primarily what they speak, and they speak English just in case, but primarily French. But I didn't know, you know, if that was, like, localized. And, of course, why would I research something like that? I mean, come on. I'm kidding, of course. I was in the kitchen. I was the sound of someone collapsing. As was a man and me. I am a raisin? When I came out to see what it was already slumped in its chair. He was dead? Mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but... I see. La police, they asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table, they asked. But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Above means you are right, my friend. Okay. Old man, huh? So who's this old man that you mentioned? At the time of the murder, there was another customer in here. What? Someone else saw it? My way, as usual, he came here alone that day. At the time of the murder, he was here. He saw him too. But he says the same thing. There was no one else at the victim's table. But Maggie swears there were 2 people. Mademoiselle, lady lawyer, could not prove this, none. About the lawyer, that was me, I suppose. Bien sûr. Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making this stuff up? Okay. Nope. Maggie. Maggie was a policeman once, n'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for reasons beyond her control. Oui, she was the suspect in the murder investigation, non? Oh, you know about that? That is why I gave to her la perfume for la happiness. Happiness perfume? We blended from bergamot like I have given to you before. But she has been arrested again and found guilty this time. This is true. A natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong. Just admit it, your perfume doesn't work. I am not surprised she was left prime suspect. After something like that took place before my very eyes. Something like what? What's this guy talking about?
No, I do not speak French. Ore wa Nihongo tekiru. Sorry, Tomo, I speak English, but that's about it.
Does this mean Maggie did have a motive?
We've got to ask this guy for more info. Stat. Okay. Maggie's motive. When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen?
Oui, I suppose you could say so.
So, what happened?
None, it was nothing. Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy, but she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive.
Oui, it is true. If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant.
So, please, tell us anything you know.
Oh, of course. Oh, and 3 locks. Wow, psych locks.
No way, what are we gonna do, Nick?
We'll just have to remove... What the?
What's wrong?
The Magatama, it's gone.
Huh?
Is it? Yeah, it is. Wow.
Huh?
I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished in the thin air.
What?
But I could see the psych lock. Maybe that means the Magatama is nearby? Mr. Armstrong, could I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there?
That is a question you will have to ask him yourself.
Huh? Him?
Le old man spends all of his time dans le parc.
Dans le parc? I don't know. Le parc? Oh, a park. What park's that?
Behind the restaurant. It is called Vitamin Square.
Thank you.
Je vous en prie, my dear.
Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick. Well, to the Vitamin Square. Oh, I see what is... What the hell? Okay, there's no way that was not intentional. 2 oranges next to a banana. Yeah, there's no way that wasn't intentional. It's either... Well, it kind of looks like a butt. But either way, that's a shaft, and that's... Yeah, well, let's call them balls for now. Anyway.
So, this is Vitamin Square.
Yeah, I see where they got the name from now. Fruits scream vitamins at you.
Hey, Nick. That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about?
That grouchy-looking grandpa?
He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons.
He's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. Now I want to sing Poisoning Pigeons in the Park. Old man, ... my grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. Before that, what is this magazine?
Ooh, there's a magazine here.
It's a magazine full of job listings. You disgusting rogue! Picking up something someone else threw away! Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job? That's none of your... No, he's too young sounding. That's none of your business. That's none of your business. There we go. Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then. I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back! Too bad, now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. Never gonna give it up, never gonna give it back. Hey, that's mine! Oh, I just realized he has new. That is the katakana for new on his shirt. Okay, well, let's talk with the old fart. Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you? Yes! I just want to ask you a couple of questions. What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So no, you don't like my seeds, eh, pigeons? He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt. Go on, eat this! Excuse me, sir, can I ask you about Maggie Bird? I don't know any Maggie Bird.
Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Tribulations.
Yeah, it's a disgrace, I tell you. An utter disgrace.
A disgrace?
An innocent young girl revealing herself like that? Revealing? You mean her uniform? The youth of today. They don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you. Not 1 ounce. Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty?
What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing.
Your problem is you lack any sense of grace.
Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts.
Do you go to Tribulations a lot? A miserable excuse for a restaurant. That garbage they serve in there is not food. Where's the sushi, the tempura, the rice? Tribulations is a French restaurant, sir. Old man has a bulbous nose. Yes, he does. Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. What about those shameless girls? You mean the waitresses? You can see all the way up their... Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it? Listen, it's not my restaurant. It's a miserable excuse for a restaurant, that place. Miserable. He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going?
Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir?
This guy is stuck in the 50s. Yes, he is. And Japan 50s, no less.
It's just, if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there?
Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons! You want food? Take that!
He must be hiding something, right?
If he is, I should be able to see a cyclock. Oh, wait. I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh?
Remember, Nick, that Magatama is only on loan. You'd better find it or else.
If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm gonna be in a world of pain. Okay, well, Okay, let's see. Nothing, okay. Back to Tribune. I wonder if he knows anything about this. Maybe it has his job listing?
Mademoiselle! Yes?
Are you looking for a job?
What? No, I was just...
Let me see. Your style is un peu différent, but you have a good face.
Different?
Felicitations. You pass. I will hire you. Bien, confess me. I will tell you everything I know.
Nick, help!
I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for my... maybe I should do both. Okay. Let's move on, shall we? We haven't been to the... Oh. January 6th, Detention Center. Visitor's Room. Looks like they have Maggie in questioning. I guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Okay. Well, this looks different. They actually have people here, and what the hell are those things? January 6th, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Well, pal, have you found any evidence yet? The one that's gonna find her not innocent? Or find her innocent? Not guilty. No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation. Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal. She's really fired up about this. Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Goto is going to be the prosecutor. Oh, him. Now listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again... yes? I'll make sure you get locked up for good. Got it? So, the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh? Yeah. Back when she was on the police force, you were a mentor when she was a rookie, right? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know. Hey, what's with the funny looks, pal? I was just hurt. It wasn't anything like that. Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training, but that was it. Nothing happened. Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. I don't know why he's so upset. Some things are still like the 50s. We still have milkshakes and racism. Yeah, really. So that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggie. I don't like her or anything. I was... Yeah. Note to self, gossip with Maya about this later. Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You've got to keep it a secret. Got it? Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. So, I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim? Glenn Elg. He was... Glenn Elg. Glenn backwards. He was a computer programmer. I see, a programmer. He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chef. Said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. The programmer and a first-time customer. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in her trial. You're kidding. What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal. I'm really busy. I haven't even got enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay? Look at this motive Ben. Okay. Take care, Bob Zombie. Nice to see you again. Programmer, a machine that turns coffee and Doritos into code. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, that reminds me. You still wanted to do Firehouse subs for lunch tomorrow? And if we're not dropping off someone, what are we gonna do for, you know, that evening, I guess? I mean, I wanted to get up and out early so we could get to the gardeners pretty early. But, what am I doing? Wasting valuable stream time when we can talk about it offline. Never mind, we'll talk later. This isn't a really proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case, and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I've got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow, so I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. She's... Okay, so she's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes, but she was a good cop. That's not exactly complimentary, you know. Oh, excuse me. So what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony? The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting in with the victim. Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone, even the chef. And then there's that CD. CD? Oh yeah, she did mention something about a CD. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD. What? Not on the table. Not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal. But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece, too? Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie. Radio? He didn't have a CD player? You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all. Come to think of it, the owner of Tribune didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. It couldn't be that Cyclock or anything either, could it? Well... What's that, a sports paper? Yeah, I found it on the magazine rack at Tribulations. It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here.
And take a look at this. See this writing here?
MC Bomber. Hey!
What is it?
I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber.
Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once.
It's no good, I can't remember. And he goes back to being the gumshoe we all know and love. Hey pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I'm gonna get a handwriting analysis done on this scribble. Handwriting, huh?
Be good to know, no. It'd be good to know.
Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case. Thanks, pal. I bet this will turn out to be an interesting clue. Sports paper given to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, does he know anything about... Yeah? Sorry. Jack was rubbing on me. Oh, that sounds gross. I think my allergies are getting kicked up because of cats. Especially the one that loves me so much and has disappeared. Don't know where he went to, but that's okay. The chef of Tribune, huh? You know what that chef said to me? Ooh la la, your body is full of the toxins. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know, there's something about that lady. I mean, guy. Huh? You can't stop thinking about him? Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. I mean, I can't stop thinking he's involved with this case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little more about our charming chef. Charming chef. So, what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Tribune? It's, kind of hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway. Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything? Well, this sort of stuff is kinda unimportant. Gossipy stuff, you know, pal? People love to get shit gumshoe. I'm not surprised. Look, how about this? You go to Tribune and investigate the place yourself. And then if you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report back to me, okay? Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef and Tribune and report back to Gumshoe. Man, this is gonna be a long chapter. Okay. How do I get there? Oh, no. January 6th, Wright & Co. offices. Poor Maya. Looks like Mr. Armstrong really taking a shine to her. Suppose I'll just have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. I'll go pick her up from Tribune once things have cooled off. Well, I guess I can only get there from the detention center. That seems kind of stupid. January 6th, Tribune. So the flower sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. What the? Oh, hello. Okay. Who was that just now? Customer? She had sort of a dark aura about her. Wednesday Addams, almost. Welcome. Welcome, B Avenue. Wow, what a cute voice. Okay, she looks kind of cute. Oh, it's just you, Nick. Maya. Well, how do I look? Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium. Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer. Then who's that woman I just saw? Oh! Since you're here, you might as well have something to eat. I am kind of hungry, actually. So, how do you like your new job, Maya? I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register? Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that. Yeah, it's a nice looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come. Well, damn it. Now I'm getting a little nostalgic for Cafe Bellamy.
Don't forget about the ultra cute waitress. Check out my give me a tip smile.
Yeah, she is cute.
Hey Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says.
How much is it?
It's the twin tea set, so it's $20 of course.
The twin tea set? I believe I'll be taking a pass. It's kind of expensive.
What? But you can't. Come on, Nick, it's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register.
How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy.
Yeah, right. Maybe later.
About the lunch. Yeah, I haven't had that in a while. About the lunch.
Oh, a fine choice, sir.
No,
Kitchen, lunch special, please. With all the extras, drink, side salad, dessert, and a gift.
I don't need any of that.
Just a moment, please, sir.
Maya's really getting into this, yeah. So how much is the set lunch then? $20, huh? But with the drinks, side salad, and dessert, it's
$45.
Hey, wait a second, Maya!
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, our deluxe fortified lunch set.
Whoa.
A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit!
Thanks.
Come on, Nick, hurry up and try already.
Lobster, huh? Alright, down the hatch it goes.
Well,
are you hungry, Maya?
I'm starving.
Here, it's yours.
Really?
Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you'd better polish off that plate.
I've just remembered. I've got to clean the toilets.
Hey! Can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. Tribune lunch special added to the court record. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad?
Hey, Nick, you want to take a peek at the kitchen?
The kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea.
Now, what was it that Maggie said again?
In the kitchen, you'll get to see all of the chef's greatest secrets.
In the kitchen? That sounds tasty. Hey, wait up, Maya. What is it? I'm pretty busy right now.
Weren't you gonna show me around?
There goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face.
I better conduct the search in the kitchen myself. January 6th, Tribune Kitchen.
And here it...
Oh, excuse me. And... Excuse me again.
And here it is, the famous Tribune Kitchen. It's my first time in here too, actually.
There's a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure.
Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we'd better search quickly. Chop, chop.
Excuse me. Knives. That's not a knife.
Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey, Nick, this container has oyster sauce. What's that?
Isn't that used in Chinese food? Look, right there on the counter. My Magatamo.
My Magatama. What's it doing here?
What indeed? Magatama put into the pocket. Okay. What about these little bottles? What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many they're overflowing out of the floor.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 98, 900, 100. They're all the same, too. Hey, wait a minute.
What is it?
There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Oh, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
So what's that liquid inside then, I wonder?
Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he?
Sure. anything in the book?
Now this is one large That's not what I was pointing at. Whatever. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty.
There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature.
Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it?
It looks like a collection of poems he's written.
Poems? Cool, read one out. And say it in your best French accent, with intensity, okay?
Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps. The two of them, like actors from a film, the coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon on that sad Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea, and I know what I will do. I must lie to you. I must.
Huh? That's it?
Yep, that's a poem for you. Okay, then. Well, let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department, see if we can get Gumshoe to look into this bottle. Junior 6 Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, you're just in time. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? Well, Eb got back to me about that newspaper you gave me. He must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn anything up? They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn. No doubt about it. I expected as much. Victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. Sports paper refiled into the court record. MC Bomber. Get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in the restaurant, okay, pal? Since when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although, I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. Hint. Such as this. You got one of those aroma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell. Huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. Doesn't even look the same. Wouldn't you agree? Hey, did my stream just bug out for a second? I was seeing it on my camera just there, and anyway. Cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important. Small bottle given to the Detective Gumshoe. To the Detective Gumshoe. I hunch there was something funny about that, Chef. You suspect Gene Armstrong? I've got that guy's number. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. I guess I'd better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. Okay. So, what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at Tribulations, pal? Yes. So, how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean, and he's got a girl like Maggie as waitress, so... yeah, I guess it's probably the food. Real scoop on the guy is he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 into the red.
$500,000? Are we talking dollars?
Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises, and I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. Jean's loan contract added. Actually, it would be Jean, wouldn't it? Okay, Jean. Well, I I hate that you can only get to places through the frickin' detention center. Yes, Vitamin Square. Okay. Hey, a scooter. January 6th, Vitamin Square. You guy's not here anymore. Drat. And I still have some unanswered questions for him. Like, what the hell is up with this bike? Scooter, huh? Leave it right in the middle of the park like this. Wheel guard on the lights are busted. I guess it must have been in an accident. It's totally wrecked. Hey, what you think you's doing with my bike? No, I was just... You's been messing with my new ride. Is that what you's been doing? New ride? Isn't that kind of... You's gonna pay for this. It wasn't me. It was just passing by. Hey, then who's that messing with? Hey, then who's the one that covered my saddle in crap, huh? You're gonna pay. You catch my drift? No, wait a second. I'm not a pigeon, so I couldn't have done it. Oh, wise guy, eh? I'd beat you hard. It'll feel like you was smooching the express train. Uh-oh. You better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round you up a group of lawyers and then you're just gonna pay. Actually, I'm a lawyer myself. What you say? I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Phoenix Wright? You said you, Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I am. So you're a wise guy too, huh? Because I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. What? Out of my way, I gotta cruise. God, that hurts my voice. Or that voice hurts my throat. He's gone. Surely that guy wasn't my phony, was he? He wasn't anything like me. Guess I'd better make a note of the scooter. Scooter added to the court record. Cat, pathetic. Oh, it's you. Few threats from a little brat like that. You look like a pigeon that's got seeds in its eyes. You been here the whole time then? I was in that strawberry. I had some thinking to do. Or like you had some cowering to do. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just that if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Take that. Of course. 3. Yeah. No, I knew it. This old guy has got something to hide, but what could it be? Okay. Well, let's see if we can do anything. Tribune regular. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at the restaurant that you dislike so much? Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants. To eat. To eat? Is that the whole truth? What do you mean? I don't think you go to the restaurant for the food at all. You insolent brat! How dare you accuse me? What proof have you got? I can tell that not you nor anyone else in the world would go to that place for its food. Proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the lunch menu. That's the twin tea set. Food at Tribune is terrible and expensive. You're wrong. It's cheap. I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yes, I'm stinking rich. I haven't done a jot of work since I was born, other than feeding the pigeons. What a load of crock. Taste another story, but the price, it's nothing to me. So, you're saying that you go there because you've got money to burn? Exactly. I have so much cash, I'd go for a swim in my money vault every day. Unfortunately, that's a lie. What? You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke. What else would you be needing? No. Job listings. This is yours, right? My magazine. Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job? I was... So what? So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money. Oh? I don't go to that restaurant for food. I just go for the Javacino. Cappuccino. Javacino. Yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there? $8. Those had better be some golden beans. What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater, do you? Is that it? No, I was just thinking. I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there is really that great. No, it's not. But anyway, yes. That place has free newspapers to read every day. No, it doesn't. Newspapers? Exactly. They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there. I'm sorry, sir, but there's no free papers to read at Tribune. Take a look at this. What is it? It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Tribune. So, what of it? This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than a month ago. What? Do you see what I'm getting at here? That restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that a customer happened to leave behind. Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth? I'm not hiding anything. I'm gonna have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen, the real reason why you go so much to Tribune is because... What are you asking me about that girl for? She was a waitress at Tribune. Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress. How recognize that face? And you're probably telling the truth here, because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit. That's the truth, isn't it? You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform. That uniform is all you can think about, isn't it? I can't take it. To you, that waitress was your... Enough, please! No more! Stop saying that word! Stop saying waitress! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Unlock successful. Okay. Sir? Yes, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil. No, I didn't mean it like that. I even got one of those lousy cups for Javacino every time, for $8. All because of the serving girl. Punish me, lock me up. Really, that's not what I'm here for. You'll be the same, another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like. You'll know how painful it is to be an old man like me. No, really, listen, sir. Stop calling me that. I have a name, you know, boy, so show some respect, I'm Victor Kudo. Sorry, Mr. Kudo. You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more. This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident, which means I have to hear his testimony one way or the other. I don't believe this. I even broke his psych lock and everything. I guess I'll have to try to get him when he's in a better mood. Something tells me that guy will never be in a better mood. Yep.
Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons?
Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eyes.
Oh, ouch. Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh? Me? Why?
There's something I really want to ask that old man.
Sure, okay. I'll just go get changed.
No, hang on. Can't you go like that?
I guess.
Sir? You again? Well, I see.
Nick, his eyes are burning into me.
It's okay, I think he's going pretty well. Yeah.
Huh?
You're still just a little child. Run along and play on the slide, alright?
Play on the slide?
We were so close. Just a little bit more and he would have spilled. Pigeons, huh? Yeah. How can we crack this guy?
Excuse me, please, sir.
Quiet! Can't you see I'm feeding the pigeon? Oh, damn, that's nice. I'm gonna say that one. Where's the damn screenshot? Here we go. Did that work? Yes, it did. Alrighty.
Mia?
Well,
If you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you.
yes, yes. Of course, certainly. I'm Victor Kudo. Even from beyond the grave. Wow.
About the incident.
You mean the man who died after drinking the Javachino?
It's like he's a different person.
It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. A girl took the Javachino over to him, you see?
And was the customer alone?
Definitely. He was the only person at the table. Then he took one sip of his Javachino
And
he said something like, "Org," and then collapsed, dead.
oh, how terrifying. Okay, that one's going in the bank too.
I'm a pig and I admit it.
Oh, how terrifying.
You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know. He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. But it looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see the other man either.
Do you like the food at Tribulations?
Well, of course, I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London.
Really? How interesting.
Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France.
What a lovely story.
London's in England, not France. Oh, yes, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. I can't take it. I wait. France. I can't believe Mia's laughing at the guy.
You visit Tribulations a lot, don't you?
Of course. I mean, yes. I'd like to come and see you there.
Really? Oh, you're so flattering. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure.
Be careful of that chef, my dear. The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? That's right. That man's an ex-con. He's an ex-con?
Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do?
Oh, no, those eyes. I can't take this. Mia's really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customers. From his customers? Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things, mainly. He's a pilferer, so you be careful around him, my dear.
Are you sure about this?
Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javachino. He really is regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. Haiku? Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about that chef. Victor's note added to the court record. If he takes anything again, you let me know. It's not too expensive. I'll buy you a replacement. Poor guy, he couldn't do enough for me.
Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help.
Thanks, Mia. Got some really important information thanks to you. Let's see what this says. Convicted before a wicked man or woman repeat offender. Convicted before a wicked man or woman a wicked man or woman. Okay. Repeat offender. Okay. We got some really important information thanks to you.
Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this.
Oh, thank you, Maya. You know exactly what will take to solve the case. January 6th, Tribune.
I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation.
Had enough of being a waitress?
Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant.
La la, Mademoiselle Maya, non, how can you leave me like this?
I'm sorry.
That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a psych locker 3, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to ask you I'd like to have another word with you. Volunteers, of course. Blanc. Maggie's motive. What is happening? I am not like this. I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Alas, alas, I will confess everything. Don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? The man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000. $500,000? Oui, but after the incident, this ticket. It disappeared. The ticket disappeared? This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. She says that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? My lords. You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. And I want to know the reason why. No, monsieur, you doubt me, but I have confessed everything to you. No. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. Well, given what we heard the old man say, probably him. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there is a very high probability that it was you. Ah. Wow, that is one piercing scream, even for a man like him. Ma pourquoi moi? Why have you no evidence? You have no evidence. I am not Master Mask. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. Well, that would probably be my Magatama. Or probably Victor's note. What is this, a poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems. Please read it, and put some feeling into it. Convicted before a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you've been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu, let me song. You are the liar. You deny it? Do not make la false accusation, s'il vous plaît. So do you have any proof? I want to see la incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. Well, that would have to be my Magatama. It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my Magatama, and I found it in your kitchen. No. Wow, that scream just about broke some windows. Oui. I have a weakness for little trinkets and figurines. It just slips out. I cannot stop it. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is la truth. I am just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time it was not a small trinket. Oui, it was $500,000. Manon, why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're in desperate need of a large amount of cash. The restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah. You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what have you saved for yourself now? Oh. Okay. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? Simon, he was listening to his low radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, it exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted. And the ticket? He had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee. Put the poison in his coffee? No, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? The victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? It has so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. Okay. I did not take it. A ticket for $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. No, my filet. It was not. That's enough. Oh, okay. Mr. Godo! What in the heck are you doing here? This is without a doubt the worst coffee I have ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. You came in here for coffee? Is this craving for coffee no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I only airhead long, just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. Yeah, the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You say, I put it first. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal. Indeed. What happened to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? No, we won't. Because the next stream is Sunday. Yeah. Voila, you two. Time to laugh at the pretty little airhead. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Victor's note thrown into the trash. Looks like we've got a new mystery now, namely, where did the winning lottery ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway, we can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. To be continued. Okay, well, interesting case that we have here. We have a stolen lottery ticket. Apparently, that was the motive for murder, but it doesn't make sense because she passed out and the ticket was not found on her, I imagine. A little bottle of poison conveniently was, but not a winning lottery ticket. It seems very odd. But we shall investigate this more in the trial on Sunday at 7 p.m. That is -5 GMT. It is 8:32 p.m. my time, so you can adjust your schedules accordingly, and we shall see you then. Until then, thank you, Bob Zombie. Thank you, Red Rock, for showing up. I appreciate it. And thank you, Cat Snake. Hey, Cat Snake. I love you. Yeah. You're doing just fine. Okay. But we shall see you hopefully then. And until then, be well, do good work, and keep in touch. Later.